organization for global new thought has seasons throughout the year. And the first two are the Season for Peace and Nonviolence, which commemorates the work of Martin Luther King and Gandhi and Cesar Chavez, followed by the Season for the Earth. Well, I just happen to have been born on Earth Day. Actually, probably 20 years before it was actually determined that my birthday should be Earth Day. But anyway, this was a perfect season, both because of my work and my deep dedication to trying to use my music and my actions in my everyday life to make not only everything more peaceful, but to stop violence against the Mother Earth. I was diagnosed hyperkinetic, they now call it ADHD, when I was in first grade. And I think one of the things that saved me so that my parents didn't wring my neck and throw me out the window as a child, because I didn't sleep through the night till I was 2. I mean, I was really an extreme case. At the end, eventually ended up, I was a Ritalin guinea pig, which I don't think is such a great idea. But down the street from where I lived, and I grew up in Arcadia, which is a city in Los Angeles, big, busy city, big racetrack, and we were right off of Santa Anita, which was we were about 4 houses down, which is a main boulevard. But on the corner of our street was a nursery that had been retired. And it had been allowed to go to seed. So we were, as long as we didn't climb the trees or try to get the fish out of a little fish pond, we were allowed to go and sit and commune with nature there. And this became a sanctuary for me as a child. And I can remember it being a place that I could go and just stop the spinning, as I mentioned earlier, and just get quiet. When I went to Europe, at first was how different everything seemed. The language barriers, if you've ever heard Schweizerdeutsch, I was in Zurich, it's very harsh. And I remember when I was playing, all I heard in the background was, and I kept thinking, why do these people talk this way? And people were very dressed to the nines, because it was very close to the Bahnhofstrasse, which is the most expensive shopping area. And I remembered at first going, oh my God, I don't fit in here. And then as soon as I got past the initial culture stuff, I realized that these are people. These are people they want to be accepted, they enjoyed my music, they had beautiful children that they wanted to be happy. And I started to recognize this interconnectedness that I had with all people. That it didn't matter what language they spoke or how they dressed or how they did anything, that we were all one. And then I decided that, you know, I'm a citizen of the Earth. And so I started saying, I'm a citizen of the universe, a citizen of the Earth. And the response to that was so amazing, because people just warmed up. It no longer mattered where I was from. We were all one thing. This is a practice that, because I do spin, that I do, that has really helped me when things are really feeling crazy. It helps me connect to the Earth. And what I want to encourage you to do is visualize a place that, in nature, where you feel connected to the Earth Mother, where you feel kind of grounded and centered. It can be sitting on your front porch and smelling the fresh cut lawn. It can be by the ocean, having the spray hit you. For me, I love water, so when I do this, one of the things I do besides the smell of the redwood forest and the sound of the wind and the fronds, is I imagine myself floating in water, because that's one of the things I do. I swim in freezing cold Boulder Creek, and I lay in that water. But I still love it. I mean, it's such a practice for me to just mind over matter and just to be there and let the water hold me. So whatever works for you, I'm going to sing a chant. If you want to hum along or sing along, that's fine. You can just get comfortable, put your feet on the floor, relax into your chair, and just visualize a place that is meaningful to you, that is in nature.
Man does not weave this web of life. He is merely a strand of it. Whatever he does to the web, he does to himself. Ted Perry.
Earth full of grace, touch my soul, light my face, every season, each place, move my life, guide my pace. So much about the redwoods, and that reaches up to 500 feet out. And they are interconnected under the soil. They swap nutrients, they swap water, and they hold each other up when the wind comes. And you'll notice that there's almost no windfall in a highly populated redwood grove. It's when they're thinned out that they don't have the strength. And what a metaphor for humanity.
Yeah.
That if we don't recognize that everything we do affects everyone and everything else. So I love
Take only memories. Leave nothing but footprints. One last one from John Muir. God has to nearly kill us sometimes to teach us lessons.
Run, Daddy, where are the fish that you told me about? And the trees I've seen in pictures. Didn't you tell me the sky was blue? Wasn't that you? And where are the fields where you used to run till you couldn't run no more? Who has really ever thought, Daddy, who has really ever thought the fire plans were approved today to destroy the playground where the children play? Money in his pocket and progress on the rise, and all that I can see are dollars in his eyes. Daddy, where are the fish that you told me about, and the trees I've seen in pictures? Didn't you tell?
two last quotes. There's hope that people will begin to awaken that spiritual part of themselves, that heartfelt knowledge that we are caretakers of this planet, by Brooke Medicine Eagle, and then by Frank Lloyd Wright, who I love, the architect. Study nature, love nature, stay close to nature. She will never fail you.
Yes.
Namaste.
Thank you.